right.
Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Scher. And that's Robert Harding. Wow. You know why I fumbled? Because I was thinking I forgot something. And what it was the notebook that has our records from last week and our season records.
Well, you're ahead.
And
That's
I'm
all
ahead.
anybody needs to
Let's
know.
put it this way. I had a horrible week. I was 1-5.
And I was...
But guess what the one game I got right was? The Bills.
The Bills, yeah.
Who Robert picked again, and Robert went 0-6.
Yeah.
Not rubbing it in. We all have bad weeks. I'm not rubbing it in. I'm being sincere.
It was a bad week.
It was a bad week. I went 1-5. He went 0-6. It was not a good week. That being said, I did pick up a game on him. I believe I'm 4 games up on you now. So
I
think I'm
3.
60. I think I have 60 wins. And let's see, 6 times 16 is 96. So I think that's
60 and 30.
Sorry, 17 weeks. So,
right, yeah.
So I've got 60 wins.
No buys at pick 6.
Yes. So anyways, I'm ahead by 4 games as we go into the playoffs. Only 4 games, but hey, these are 4 darn good football games. I mean, I'm just excited to watch all 4 of these, and I know they're going to be fun. So let's get right to it.
That's right.
First game, late Saturday afternoon, I say, is Kansas City at Houston. Kansas City has won 10 in a row.
Yep.
They are on a hot streak.
That's right.
Okay? They're going to Houston. Houston has been playing good football. I think ever since the Dolphins absolutely took it to them back in October, Houston's quietly put together a good season. They finished 9-7, even though they played in a weak division, the AFC South. 9-7 is still 9-7. They won their division. They get a home playoff game. So Kansas City's coming in, and so basically is who do I like in this game? And I'm going with the Chiefs. It's tough to go against the hot team, but also, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on the quarterback's first name.
Alex,
thank you. It's Smith though. Alex Smith has been playing lights out lately. He has not been turning over the football. He has started in playoff games before. I think that playoff experience helps. The Texans quarterback, is it what, Brandon Whedon?
Oh, it's Whedon, it's Hoyer.
I think they cut Hoyer.
They used to have Mallett.
I'll give Bill O'Brien a lot of credit because he got 9 wins out of a team that does not really have a quarterback, but he's got a great defense, and that's the only reason why I think Houston stays in this game. But I'm going with the Chiefs. I just think the quarterback experience, no mistakes, and experience of Andy Reid and the Chiefs being hot. That's why I'm picking them to beat the Texans.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs too. They're the most, they're in this matchup. They're the complete team. Mm-hmm. They've got a solid offense, good defense. I think if they take care of both sides of the ball, they should win fairly easily.
Okay. Next game, and this is the game I've been racking my brains on all week. I'm telling you, I've gone back and forth. Okay, so it's Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
You were waiting for that Andy Dalton announcement, I think.
Pittsburgh opened up. It was a pick'em game, so really there was no favorite. Now Pittsburgh is a 3-point favorite on the road at Cincinnati. This is such a crazy game. There's so many things involved here. I mean, first of all, Cincinnati hasn't won a playoff game since the first George Bush administration. That's how long it's been. 1991. 1991. Okay, yeah. And their coach there,
Marvin Lewis.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm drawing blanks today. Holy cow!
Not enough sleep.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
Marvin Lewis is 0-6 all time in the playoffs.
I believe so.
And it seems like they lose games that they should be winning. They're always home for the first round, and so now they're going up against Pittsburgh, a team that they just beat. No, they beat them a couple weeks ago. And in division games, as you know, we've discussed this a lot, that there's some familiarity with the opponent, which makes
the records go out the window.
The records go out the window. Yeah. And then Pittsburgh's banged up with the running back position. So basically, if the Steelers are going to win this game, it's going to be on Ben Roethlisberger's arm. But so here's a guy who's won 2 Super Bowls, and he's been there before. He's won road playoff games. He's healthy. I like to think he's healthy. He's probably a little banged up this time of year. The Bengals are starting A.J. McCarron that we know of as on Friday afternoon. I've not heard anything about. Oh my man.
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, thank you.
He's
Holy
out.
cow.
Andy Dalton is not playing.
This is going to be a no-name picks because I can't remember anybody's name. Who am I? I can't remember my own name now. And A.J. McCarron has played in some big games at Alabama. And Andy Dalton, for all we know, might just start up on Friday. I'm sorry, on Sunday. I can't get the day of the week right.
I believe it's Saturday.
If we had a blooper reel, I'm telling you, man, this would be chalk. This is the blooper reel when you really think about it. But I've been going back and forth, and my gut says Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, my buddy Frank Berwinzak, big Bengals fan, dating back to the 70s. But I'm going with the Bengals. I'm sorry, going with the Steelers. Wow.
This is awesome.
Oh my God. I am going with the Steelers to beat the Bengals. Please, shut me up and take it away.
We need a breathalyzer for this video.
I wish I was drunk. I didn't have a good excuse. I have no excuses. I'm just drawing mental blanks today.
You know, for me, it came down to the quarterbacks. You know, this was, as you said, it started out as a pick'em game.
Yeah.
And, I made my decision early in the week that I was going to go with the Steelers. I'm staying with it. I think Big Ben is the difference.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Without Dalton, I don't think the Bengals' offense is as strong as they are with McCarron. You know, McCarron got off to a hot start in Denver last week and then tapered off. He was average after that. And Steelers have a good defense. That offense can be potent, and I think the Bengals will have a hard time beating them on.
I'll tell you, I feel bad for the Bengals because here's a team that, like, they made the playoffs 5 straight years.
Yeah,
and they've lost the first game every single time. I mean, it's like flipping a coin. You can't flip a coin that many times and get the same result every single time. Eventually, there's going to be a different result, and this is the part that I really focused on. It's like, is this the year that Cincinnati actually does it? Realistically, even though it is such a close game, most people are probably going to be picking the Steelers because of, like we said, Roethlisberger and McCarron, But I would not be surprised to see them win this game. I wouldn't. But I'm going with Pittsburgh too. So, all right, now we go to the Sunday games. In the Ice Bowl Part 2, Seattle is playing at chilly Minnesota. I don't know if you've heard, but the weather forecast, and this is the early game on Sunday, calling for -20, between -20, -30 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be cold.
Sounds like springtime in Minnesota.
But you know something? There is something hot about this game, and that's the Seahawks and Russell Wilson. See, I got a name right.
There you go.
Russell Wilson has been very hot lately. And, unfortunately, Teddy Bridgewater has not have a great year. Solid year, but I can't see him leading Minnesota by himself. Now, Adrian Peterson, obviously you think in a game like this you're going to want to run the ball a lot more, but I think Seattle can clamp down on that no problem. I think this is going to be the biggest rout of the day, and I like the Seahawks to win probably by at least 10 points. I'm going with the Seahawks.
I think it'll be a closer game. I think Minnesota's been playing well lately, but that defense of Seattle really has gotten their act together.
Yeah.
I'm taking them. I think Russell Wilson, too good right now. Probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league at this rate, the way he's been playing lately. And Seattle, too much for the Vikings.
Okay, last game of the first playoff weekend, the Green Bay Packers at the Washington Redskins. Now, I don't think any of us picked Washington to make the playoffs this season. And I know Miami beat them in week 1, and believe me, Washington did not look like a playoff team. But Kirk Cousins has put together a great season, and they are worthy of being a playoff team, no doubt about it. The Packers enter the playoffs, I think, playing the worst of anybody coming into the playoffs. Of all the teams in the playoffs right now, I mean, you could talk about New England, but they ended up getting a bye. But Green Bay has been horrible. And they actually opened up as a 2-point underdog in this game, and now they're a 1-point favorite. So, Green Bay, their offensive line's banged up. They don't have much of a running game. Their defense has been lackluster. But you know something? I still think they have enough talent, and I think Aaron Rodgers is the difference. That I like Green Bay. It's going to be a close one, like the odds makers say, but I like Green Bay to beat the Redskins in advance.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
Taking the Redskins.
Ooh, there's the one game we differ on.
I watched the Packers-Vikings game last week, and, the Packers came on strong there in the fourth, but ultimately came up short.
Right.
Most of that game, though, it was tough to tell that this was a Packers team. Rodgers didn't look good. The offense looked out of sorts. The defense was okay, but you're going up against the Vikings. We talked about Bridgewater and everything. The Redskins, to me, with Cousins has been playing very well. The defense, solid, not great, but good enough. And, I think between the weapons they have on offense, led by Cousins, and, they have a decent receiving core, underrated receiving core, I think. I think they'll win this game.
You know what's amazing? I'm looking at the stats here. The Redskins' defense overall is 28th in the NFL.
Yeah.
The Packers' offense is 23rd overall in the NFL, and they're 25th in the passing department.
Yeah.
So the Redskins' defense is not great. I just think Aaron Rodgers is the difference. If he has a great game, a very good game, I think the Green Bay wins. If he does not have a good game, then I think the Redskins are going to win. But we'll see what happens. So, anything else you want to add, sir?
All set.
All right, no more names. Sorry about that, folks. Probably the worst video I've ever done in my life. Oh my God. Anyways, hopefully my picks are better than my performance.
And you were just
here.
on TV the other day.
I know. Ormy King talking sports. Looking forward. I don't know when that's going to be on yet. I think a couple weeks, but I'll let you folks know. It was a lot of fun. Anyways, enjoy the games, folks. Playoff weekend. You got to love it. We'll see you next week.